Welcome. If the phrase chosen ones lands on you tonight, do not brush it off as hyperbole. This message is not a suggestion, it's a decree. Heaven has placed a seal on certain lives. That seal is literal spiritual truth, not a metaphor. The angels saw you before you were born. Your name was written in eternal records. The evidence is on you now, a divine branding that never fades, never breaks. Today we will walk through what it means to be one of the chosen ones, why you felt different, why doors closed when they should have opened, why loneliness felt like preparation, and what your next move must be. This is practical, prophetic, and urgent. If this word ignites you, respond, like, share. Comment 777. Those public agreements accelerate what heaven has already started. Section 1. Identity. You are not ordinary from the beginning. Some of you felt misfit, like the world was built for someone else. That feeling was not confusion. It was calling. Heaven wrote your identity on the scrolls before you ever walked the earth. You carry heaven's fingerprint on your soul. You are a chosen one. While others were being celebrated, you were being consecrated. While the crowd built platforms, you were built privately. That private shaping produced a weight in you, a mantle that ordinary life cannot contain. You were not created for conformity. You were created for conquest. Hear me, the angelic seal on you is not decoration. It declares ownership, purpose, and protection. The enemy recognized that seal and reacted. Doors slammed. Relationships ended. Seasons of isolation arrived because darkness panicked at heaven's branding. Those attacks confirmed, not denied, your calling. If the enemy focused on you early, it means you're dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. Section 2. The seal. What it is and why it matters. This seal is a spiritual reality. It is evidence. It is a warranty printed in divine ink, reserved, commissioned, sent. You were sealed not only for protection, but as proof. Heaven claimed you. That seal does not wear thin. Angels encircled you long before you knew the heat of battle. Because you are sealed, you're not forgotten, disqualified, or too late. Your brokenness will be used to pierce nations. Your scars are not shame, they're script. Weapons are forged, not born. You were forged in fire and sharpened in silence. The very wounds meant to stop you became the means to sharpen you into a weapon the enemy cannot stand before. Section 3. The training. Why the pain made you ready those seasons of rejection, betrayal, and seeming failure. They were not punishments. They were preparation. The trials were brutal by design because the assignment is weighty. Loneliness taught you leadership. Silence taught you hearing. Betrayal sharpened discernment. Wilderness seasons taught you to rely on God, not applause. You didn't survive to stay quiet. You survived to release. Every blow became spiritual muscle. Every closed door was a redirection. Your hidden refining produced the depth required to carry scrolls, to carry revelation people will cling to. You lived battles. You didn't just study them in books. That practical training means when the hour comes, you will move with authority. Section 4. The activation. Right now, not later. This is the moment. The spiritual atmosphere has shifted. The wind in the spirit has changed. Heaven has paused things around you to deliver this word. Your final assignment has been activated now. This activation is not coincidence. It is a divine interruption, disruption, and instruction. Alarms are sounding in the heavens. A command has gone out. Angels have been dispatched. The stirring inside you is not anxiety, it's divine urgency. Rise with fire, not fear. Today you receive clarity where you had questions. Today you activate power where you had pressure. The scroll of your assignment is being unsealed, line by line. Revelation will come as instructions, and your obedience will determine how fully they unfold. Section 5. The nature of your assignment. You were not created for tame or predictable life. You were chosen to overthrow systems of darkness with your light. You are a carrier of atmospheres. When you walk into a room, climates shift. Some will be drawn, others will be repelled. That's not personal. It's spiritual alignment. Your job is specific. Read the scroll, respond, and carry out what heaven reveals. You don't need a pulpit or platform. Your obedience is the platform. One obedient chosen one can dismantle decades of demonic structure. People, nations, and legacies are tied to your yes. Your steps must be strategic, not performative. Walk by revelation, not only logic. Section 6. Practical signs and responses. What does responding look like? First, internal posture. Cultivate sharpened ears and a humble heart. Stay yielded. The scroll will ask strange things sometimes. Obey when it doesn't make sense. Second, external activation. Do not passively receive the word. Public declarations are spiritual agreements. When you speak out, when you comment 777, when you vocalize your yes, you activate acceleration in the spirit. Third, stewardship. Guard the scroll and value it above popularity and comfort. Protect your assignment from compromise. No voice should be louder than God's in your life. Your obedience, not your exposure, will open doors that human effort cannot. Section 7. The cost and the stewardship of authority. Authority isn't arrogance. It's earned. You carry a heavy mantle because your training was deep. The responsibility will require sacrifice. To abort the mission would be dishonor. Too much has been invested in you to walk away. Your silence has spiritual consequences. Delay is the enemy's delight. Move now. Remember, you are not alone in authority. God who assigned you also armors you. Legions of angels are with you, and you are surrounded by a spiritual family, others rising with you. The remnant army is forming. You are part of it. Walk with the humility to learn and the courage to act. Section 8. Resistance. How to interpret it. Expect pushback. Resistance confirms identity. It is not a reason to retreat. Demons recognized you before you did. Their attacks are proof. When opposition intensifies, take it as confirmation. The enemy attacks what threatens his kingdom. Let that reality encourage you. You are pushing against something that must fall. When confusion rises, know this: confusion was backlash, not bad luck. Pressure is not punishment. The stirring in your soul is a summons. The fog will lift as you obey. Revelation will replace questions. When things feel chaotic, focus on the scroll. Obedience structures chaos into strategy. Section 9. How scars become ministry. Your scars are scrolls. They are your credentials. People will believe, not because of polished speeches, but because they see your wounds healed and hope intact. The brokenness that once felt disqualifying will now be the doorway through which others taste freedom. The enemy tried to desensitize and distort you. God turned it into spiritual intelligence. Your history is holy soil. Plant your obedience there and watch fruit grow. Section 10. Leadership in practical life. You lead by presence before titles. Your life is a sermon. Your scars are scripture. You don't need permission from the world. Heaven authorized you. Speak when afraid. Obey when it costs. Stand when unpopular. Walk with conviction. I am on assignment. Make decisions from a place of revelation. The earth waits for the revealing of sons and daughters of light. That includes you. Section 1:1. Community and alignment. You will meet those who share your frequency. Those assigned by God will recognize you because they bear similar marks. Do not force fit into spaces that compromise your assignment. The loneliness was a filter. Now you find alignment. When others leave, do not mourn those who were not sent to travel with you. Protect the mission by choosing alignment over approval. Section 1:2. The prophetic stream and daily rhythms. Stay connected to the prophetic stream. This season requires sharper hearing, quick response, and disciplined rhythms. The videos, the words, these are assignments, spiritual scrolls, and marching orders. Engage with prophetic input, but test it against revelation and scripture. And always value obedience over emotion. Develop routines that sustain you. Intentional prayer, focused listening, and practical acts of faith. Your rest seasons may not feel restful because your calling can't be contaminated. Guard your rest. Protect your holiness. The mission demands consistent, sustained devotion. Section 13. Specific activation phrases and public engagement. If this word ignites you, do more than feel. Declare. Comment 777 below as a prophetic sign. Say aloud, I choose my crown. Post a public testimony. Public agreements are spiritual signposts that create momentum. Like and share this message. It propagates prophecy, not a person. Someone else needs the signal you send. Section 14. Examples of obedience that change timelines. Obedience might mean stepping into an uncomfortable conversation, releasing a message that feels raw, or walking into a place you were told not to enter. A small act of courage can unlock doors for generations. The scroll unseals when you move. Revelation is progressive move, and it multiplies. Section 15. Warnings and safeguards. This is not a license for rashness. The scroll demands discernment. Do not confuse pride for authority. Test strange instructions in prayer. Use discernment with prophetic words. Obey with humility and counsel. The enemy will attempt to counterfeit your message through flattery or fear. Stay grounded. Section 16. Encouragement for the weary. If you are tired, bloodied, and tempted to quit, this is your call to rise. You are not fragile. You are forged. Your endurance delivered you to this hour. The grace that preserved you is now commissioning you. You were not made to be a victim. You are a vessel of life. Your sacrifices are offerings that will bloom. Section 17. Vision of what obedience accomplishes. Imagine altars coming down because you spoke truth. Imagine lives restored as your wounds become testimony. Imagine nations shifted because you moved when others hesitated. The scroll you carry unthreads curses and releases destiny. You are not alone in this. Heaven backs you. Section 18. Practical next steps you can take right now. Realign your inner posture. Declare out loud, I am sealed. I am on assignment. Guard your calendar. Prioritize times of listening and obedience over constant consumption. Engage publicly. Comment 777. Share this message or make a short post declaring your yes. Public faith moves heaven. Connect with aligned community. Search for those who share your frequency and form a council of encouragement and accountability. Protect the scroll. Value revelation more than popularity. When choices conflict, choose obedience. Section 19, a prophetic exhortation. Wake up, warrior of light. The trumpet has sounded. A remnant is rising that will not be satisfied with cheap faith or half-hearted obedience. This is not about personality. It is about commission. Your name was called in the courts of glory. You are trusted despite imperfection, because God knows your heart. Section 20, final activation and charge. Stand now. Declare with me, I accept the seal. I accept the assignment. I will not shrink back. Pause. Invite the viewer to speak aloud with you. Let your voice be a spiritual agreement. When you speak, heaven moves. Closing summary and urgent call to action, chosen ones. The fog is lifting. The scroll is open. The final assignment has been activated. Your presence shifts atmospheres. The enemy knows this and will press, but you were forged to stand. Do not be dismayed by opposition. Take it as confirmation. Move with humility, be quick to obey, and value the scroll above applause. If this resonated, do 3 practical things right now. 1, like this video to strengthen the signal. To share it so another chosen one wakes up. 3, subscribe and hit the notification bell. These videos are not entertainment. They are marching orders. Leave 777 in the comments as a prophetic agreement. Your yes accelerates. Revelation for others. Benediction, a spoken blessing. You who have been sealed and scarred, angels surround you. The trumpet has sounded. Heaven's eyes are on you. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are the answer for your generation. Move now with clarity, roar in your spirit, and go. The earth waits for the revealing of sons and daughters of light, and that revealing includes you. Part 1. Who are the chosen ones? When I say chosen ones, I mean people who were marked, prepared, and positioned, often in quiet, painful places for a specific task. You may not have asked for it. You might have tried to hide. Yet something in you never fit the crowd. Angels surround you. Intercession shields you. Grace equips you. You are not empty-handed. You are divinely armed. Being a chosen one isn't about fame or praise. It's about responsibility. When you are the last line, the final defense for a generation, a family, or a truth, you can't live like the crowd. You cannot afford divided focus. You can't dabble in compromise and still expect clarity. The weight on you requires precision, purity, and obedience. Part 2. The signatures of the chosen. You'll recognize the chosen ones by the marks on their lives. Pressure and loneliness of calling are real. You have oil, favor, and heaven's backing. Staying faithful when quitting was easier gained you ground. Worshipping in pain takes territory. Saying yes in private releases public blessings. Your mantle affects many who will never meet you. Your obedience can free future generations and bloodlines. These signs are consistent: refinement in the fire, faithfulness in the dark, and fruit that appears over time. If these words land on you, if you feel them in your bones, you are one of the chosen ones. Part 3a. Spiritual map for the chosen ones. Practical guidance if you are reading this and it pierces your spirit. Here are the map points. Anchor deeper, listen sharper, move quicker. Hesitation equals vulnerability when you are the last line. Indecision opens doors for the enemy. Trust what God placed in you even when it's scary or unclear. God knew your fears and flaws and still chose you. Being chosen is not a mistake. It's majesty. Carry what God gave you fully, faithfully, and fiercely. Resolve. Don't drop or abandon what you've been trusted with. Choose alignment over applause. Choosing alignment over applause rewrites the future. This is not the time to second guess or follow culture. Say, not on my watch. Stop compromise and silence when truth is at stake. Boldness is revelation, not rebellion. Surrender, don't perform. Obedience is based on surrender, not perfection. Surrendered vessels lead glory and shift atmospheres. These are not suggestions. The chosen ones move with clarity because their work matters beyond comfort. Part 4. The Mantle and the Assignment. The mantle is not merely a symbolic hat. It is an activation. The mantle carries weight, fire, and responsibility. Don't be timid. You were built, trained, and prepared for this assignment. You are not the backup. You are the blueprint and the solution. The mantle has descended now, not tomorrow. You may not feel signs, but a spiritual coronation has occurred. You've been robed in authority and marked with divine assignment. You have power that is not your own. You endured fire, crushing, silence, and waiting. Now the wait is over. What was postponed is now positioned. This mantle commissions you. It does not comfort you. It anchors you in God's will. It will make more sense as you walk in it. You don't need to figure everything out at once. Say yes daily, and heaven will reveal the next pages of your assignment. Part 5. What your life now looks like. You will feel increased pressure. The mantle's demands increase. Fear and feeling unqualified don't cancel the call. True mantles go to the availer, not the arrogant. The weight you feel is holy. The urgency you sense concerns souls, strongholds, families, and regions. Expect resistance. Resistance and intensified distractions show the enemy recognizes your rise. Don't confuse others' silence with lack of endorsement. Heaven's endorsement suffices. Your obedience invites more revelation from heaven because it stems from love, not performance. You are not alone. Heaven backs you. Angels walk with you. The Spirit breathes through you. You carry by grace, power, and divine enablement. You are equipped. Part 6. How to walk this out every day. Worship in the quiet places. Worshipping in pain takes territory. Choose obedience over applause. Saying yes in private releases public blessings. Stop editing yourself to fit rooms you are meant to transform. Don't shrink. Move from survival to dominion. Align your thoughts with God's spoken vision. Wage war in your mind against lies that say you're unready or unworthy. Think, plan, dream, and speak as one seated in heavenly places with angelic backing. Small thinking kept you safe, but will now keep you stuck. The delay you experienced was development, not denial. There is no crown for comfort zones. Part 7. The Power of Yes. Say yes daily. Your obedience while weak is astonishing to angels. They marvel at costly human surrender. When you declare agreement with heaven, your response activates angels. Let heaven and earth record your agreement. Your response activates angels. Covenant matters. A covenant anchors you through seasons when feelings and clarity fail. Your covenant activates angels, closes retreat doors, and opens the next scroll. Crossing into covenant moves you from curiosity to conviction and permission to power. If you respond publicly with a comment, a declared number, or an action, it's not about social metrics. It's about prophetic sign, spiritual alignment, and activation. When you say yes with your life, you create a heavenly permission structure for your assignment to move forward. Part 8. Warnings. Chosen ones must heed hesitation, wastes opportunities meant for others assigned to your voice and hands. Waiting for more confirmation can disguise rebellion as prudence. Backup plans are born of fear and distrust, not faith. Burn escape routes that let you play small. Don't confuse popularity with purpose. The final assignment won't tolerate divided loyalty or safety nets. This is an edge moment. Leap or lose altitude. You can't stay halfway. The hourglass has flipped. Time is counting down to destiny. The window is narrow. The call is specific. The cost of disobedience rises. Part 9. The courage of the chosen boldness is revelation, not rebellion. Even feeling weak or overwhelmed, your yes still carries fire. Obedience is based on surrender, not perfection. Surrendered vessels are powerful. They leak glory and shift atmospheres. You can stand and cause spiritual effect without shouting. Walk boldly because heaven has spoken your name with fire. The shift is internal. You've crossed a threshold with no return. The mantle will make more sense as you walk in it. You don't need to figure everything out at once. Move with conviction, humility, and relentless faith. Part 10. The impact of your life. Your mantle affects many who will never meet you. Your obedience can free future generations and bloodlines. A sound from your life will activate sleeping warriors and dismantle generational lies. Your choices ripple across generations. Heaven and hell both knew your significance. You were made to break ceilings and disrupt systems, not submit to them. Your mind, spirit, presence, and discernment are part of your design to confront complacency. Stop praying for elevation while thinking like you're chained to past failure. You have been given everything you need. Think accordingly. Heaven expands with you. Part 11. A simple plan for the next 30 days if you're ready to carry your mantle. Begin here. 30 days of practical obedience. Week 1. Align daily worship. 10 minutes of focused listening. Week 2. Declare right a short public commitment. Speak your yes out loud. Week 3. Take one bold move aligned with your calling. Remove one distraction. Week 4. Create a rhythm of rest. Prayer and focused work for the mantle. Keep a journal. Note angelic confirmations, doors that open, and enemies that shift. Heaven notices covenants and sends resources to protect them. If you're honest, you'll see how small, consistent steps build supernatural momentum. Part 1 to encouragement. When you feel unqualified, tender pastoral tone if doubt whispers. Drown it with the truth that you were born and sealed for covenant. God chose you despite your flaws. You were built, trained, and prepared for this assignment. Your scars are sacred marks that testify to holy transformation. When your strength ends, God's glory begins. When you think you're weak, your yes still carries fire. The fire refined and revealed you rather than destroyed you. You emerge, crowned, transformed, with authority earned in trials. Be assured, the mantle is the fulfillment of pain, obedience, secret tears, and lonely nights. Heaven crafted you while you felt forgotten. The crown descended when surrender was complete. Move as living testimony. Part 13. The final assignment is activated. Crescendo. This is not a warm thought. This is final orders from the throne. The throne's instructions are for the remnant who didn't break or sell out. You will be sent where comfort cannot follow, to speak and build what others won't. Final orders bring final authority. You have it now and will be felt and seen. Go without flinching, obey the throne's final orders now. The message ends the passage but begins the mission. Your final assignment is activated. Part 1 for what I want you to do next. Direct call if this message pierced you. Publicly declare agreement. Type a short sign, a word, a number, or a prayer, something that marks your yes. If you felt any stirring, share this message so other chosen ones can be awakened. Invite others who carry a mantle but didn't know it to receive confirmation. Sup